Hello, good day, beautiful people. I am the Inspirational Lady Noble 365 Tarot. Welcome to my channel. I greatly appreciate you being here. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. I trust you will love this vibe. And everything you need to know about me is in the description below. This could be past, present, or future, you or someone around you. So take what resonates, leave the rest for someone else. This is a general read. It's not a personal read. If you like personal read, just simply email me, check out the description, and I will hook you up. Remember that tarot is a tool. It is not the final rule. It's a good idea to have an empty cup when you are on Lady Noble's channel and you really want to see what's up. Okay? 1 second, ladies and gentlemen. All are welcome on this channel and all contributions are highly appreciated. Hope you all are feeling great and wonderful. Okay? First card that we have here is the Two of Pentacles. As you see, this person is juggling. So you could be feeling like you're juggling a lot. The Spirit is saying this energy is coming to an end. This energy is coming to a resolution where you won't feel overwhelmed or feel like you have too much going on. It's not any negative energy, but you just feel like there's a lot to do, that you're constantly on the move. You could be jumping timelines. You could be working on some law of attraction or manifesting. And this is part of you jumping that timeline. This is part of you manifesting and creating. This is part of you bringing things into fruition. And so you could be feeling overly tired or fatigued. Even on nights that you know you've gotten plenty of rest, you may wake up feeling tired. Especially when you astral travel, you may wake up from your dreams feeling maybe drained, okay? You may have a lot of vivid dreams as well. And so this energy that you are feeling in your awakened state and dream state is part of your life going through a major spiritual shift. And you are basically tapping in, tapping into thyself, tapping in and manifesting and creating the life that you desire. With the Eight of Wands, you have been very focused and goal-oriented on creating a life that you desire, a life that is different, a life that is anew. All things anew. I'm hearing all things anew. So you've been very focused in the right way, not anxious, not hyper-focused, but in the right way, doing what's necessary, doing what's required in order to bring certain and particular things into fruition, such as maintaining your vibration, being mindful of people, places, and things that you allow around you, and doing this consistently. And that within itself is a gift, I would say, because many people aren't able to be consistent or persistent with their endeavors. We speak on what we want and what we desire, but you have to be persistent, when it comes to manifesting, when it comes to creating the life you desire periodically, okay? Whether in the physical or energetically. The next card we have here is the Page of Wands. And so you probably have in your life, watched a lot of people, be celebrated, receive accolades. Not to say that you were envious or jealous of anyone, but it has inspired you to do something different and make some changes in your life. So I see you being very focused on making some kind of change in your life for the better. Okay, progressing forward. Okay. Being more frugal with your finances. Also, making sure you're mindful of what you're speaking over yourself, making sure you're not staying in the energy of stinking thinking, even when things don't go your way. It's been a lot for you to carry, but you've been able to manage, and you're still managing. And Spirit is saying you're doing wonderful, you're doing well, keep up the good work. And this energy will soon dissipate of you feeling like you have to juggle or feeling like there's just a lot going on. This energy isn't dark, it isn't negative. I don't pick up on anything nefarious. It's just that you have a lot of things going on at one time. And so you could be manifesting a lot of things at once and you have no idea, a lot of positive things, but this is what it takes. And I see you just being persistent. If there's different rituals or practices that you indulge in, to make sure that you're maintaining your vibration, such as meditation or prayer, things like that, or journaling, or making sure you're grounding yourself. I see you being persistent with these things and not falling off the wagon. And if you do, you pick yourself up and you get back on beat again. You could have also made a lot of changes when it comes to places that you go, places that you choose to be entertaining to you. With the Three of Pentacles here, which you see they are on, this is a construction site where something is being built. So you're very mindful, of asserting yourself in places and spaces that are risque, okay? And that could risk your prosperity, your abundance. So you're making a lot of wise choices. You understand, in order to get to the energy of being the star, this does not have to be a celebrity. The star can mean many things. This could mean being the main attraction. This could mean being successful in your own right, in a company, on your job, in your family. This star energy could also represent you being well respected as well and honored. People looking up to you and admiring you just because of how you carry yourself, how you maintain your well-being, the ability to be focused, and making sure that you're not asserting yourself around risque situations. That's what I get off this card, this Three of Pentacles. You're avoiding putting yourself or asserting yourself around risque situations. Yes, I like saying risque. People, places, and things. If it's negative conversation, I don't see you indulging with it. Maybe you're someone who doesn't drink, or partake in different vices. I don't see you being around those type of people or places. You're very mindful. You understand that allowing yourself to not have boundaries comes with a repercussion that could not or may not be positive. Excuse me. With the moon energy, you spend a lot of time, like I said, a lot of time in contemplation about how to create and make changes in your life. You could be someone who's come from a hard upbringing, a upbringing where you had no one to show you how to be inspired or encouraged to progress in life. You could be a self-learner, someone who's very smart, someone who's able to teach themselves different skills, okay? You could be someone who loves to read as well. Picking up on a book lover, someone who loves books, loves to read, loves to learn. You're like a sponge. And so there was a time in your life where you chose to let go the burden and the energy of this Ten of Wands. You understood that it was too much for you to carry continuously. And you understood that it was a risque. I told you I like saying risque situation. And so you chose to let that energy of the Ten of Wands go. This Ten of Wands could be a relationship, a way of thinking about yourself, allowing people to mistreat you, not speaking up for yourself, low self-esteem, being in unhealthy connections. Okay, this Ten of Wands can represent a lot of things, feeling depleted, feeling drained, okay? And so you've made the executive decision to give yourself the justice and, surrender what does not no longer serve you. And I'm picking up you're doing this all by yourself. You're a self-learner. You're self-taught in some kind of particular skill. You could be a wonderful artist as well. Someone who has fantastic artwork, phenomenal artist. Okay, someone who loves to draw, someone who loves to sketch or paint. There could be a skill that you do with your hands. This could be tattooing. This could be nail art. You could make maybe some kind of art piece or centerpieces with your hands. Maybe this is some kind of business you are interested in starting. Take pictures of your work. That's for somebody. You have some artwork or some centerpieces sitting somewhere and you haven't took pictures yet. You keep saying you're going to do it. Spirit is saying take those pictures, upload them online, put them on a flyer, let the world see your talent. It's okay for you to sit on the throne. That's why the star card is out. When the star card is in the upright, it's okay for you to be the center of attention. It does not mean that you're arrogant. It does not mean you're snobby. Your life does not have to imitate or duplicate anyone else's. Never mind what they are doing. It's okay for you to be successful. You don't have to apologize for wanting more. That's for somebody. You don't have to have survivor's remorse. And yes, there are people who will love you, when you're in your low vibrational state. They will love you when you're confused and not doing much with your life, or they're considering you to be the fool or be foolish. There are many people who will love you to be in this energy, okay? But when it comes to progress, there are many who would love to see you progress, who support you. And then there are some who don't want you to progress. You can progress just as long as you don't go past me. You can be happy as long as you don't be happier than me. You can be wealthy as long as you aren't wealthier than me. Okay. But those people, I'm picking up that how to recognize them and simply not engage with those people. You're very wise. Okay. You've been there, done that. When it comes to being a fool and allowing people to take advantage of you, you've been there, done that. You know what that familiar energy looks like. So I don't see you allowing anyone to take advantage of you moving forward, okay? You're very spiritually in tune. You've been through a lot, but you've never given up on yourself. This is shocking a lot of people. It's peeing them off at the same time, and it also has them in shock collective. They thought you would never, ever. They thought you would never, ever. They thought they would never live to see the day. Never live to see the day of the collective working their magic. Look at them looking and staring and watching. I know you see me watching. They thought they would never live to see the day you've fallen in love in that healthy relationship with reciprocity, being honored and loved and respected. And, that reciprocation of energy, just so abundant and passionate and beautiful. They thought they would never see the day, collective. You got people watching. They're like, am I tripping? They're like, collective, they're like, am I tripping? Or am I tripping? Is that the collective standing all by themselves? I know I ain't tripping. I know this ninja ain't over here doing magic. Is that the Yes, that's the collective. Is that Bonquisha? Yes, that's Bonquisha. That's the one we used to tease? Yes, that's the one we used to tease. Oh, well, look at here. Well, look. You've got people in awe. And these cards going to keep rocking, so no, I'm not going to straighten them out. Okay. Enough is enough with the Nine of Wands, okay? The Nine of Wands represents perseverance. It also represents someone who has been through a lot, but knows how to create order and structure, no matter what it looks like, no matter how much, they may have been bruised or felt like they were broken. They know how to create that order to accomplish their goal. So this Nine of Wands energy here is you having strength and determination to complete the things that you have in plan and in order for your life. And that's why the sun is shining on you. Yeah, you've been doing the work. You've been doing the work. You've been putting in work. You've been in the gym. We're closing out with the Ace of Wands. Okay? Passion, inspiration, and manifestation. And I told you at the beginning, you are manifesting using the law of attraction. You are creating, co-creating with the universe. Very spiritually connected and pulling all of your desires in at this time. It looks like you're pulling a whole lot of positive, good news at one time. And that's why it feels, I keep going back to this Two of Pentacles, because this juggle, it feels like this for you. It feels like this, but everything is A-OK. You may feel like you're having an out-of-body experience or things are a little shaky, baby. Spirit is saying, just go on outside and ground yourself. Everything is going to be A-OK. Continue doing the work that you have been doing. Continue pouring into yourself. But this too will pass. Everything is where it needs to be according to actions that have been taken. So enjoy. This is your moment. It takes work to get to this status. It takes work to get here. And you have applied yourself. And those who are around you, who may be looking like, I just know that ain't the collective. They have to take the time to apply themselves in whatever way that is best for them. So this concludes the read. I trust and hope that it assists you for your highest good. Later.